Here is the new Samsung AU8000. It is the latest Edge LED TV with support for HDR, and today I'm going to review it. Now, what's interesting is that Samsung claiming that this TV has 3-side bezel-less design and it's gonna be a lot faster, kinda turbo faster, so we need to put this to the test. Otherwise, Samsung 8 series has a lot of variants from 8000 to 8075 and higher. But they all have the similar screen quality, which offer 4K resolution, HDR10 and Tizen apps. I perform a hands-on evaluation of the 50-inch AU8072, but this review also applies to the other screen sizes from the 8000 series. Now, what made me curious is that on the outside AU80 is different from every side to the last year TU85, and there are some noticeable changes inside too, especially with the speakers and faster 4K picture processor, Crystal. It's well upgraded, but can it match the competition in the line? Alright, so let's open this eco-friendly box. As usual, there is this delightful white phone with hidden packages on each side. Inside are two mystifying T-shaped legs. Here is one larger bag. It looks like an unusual Samsung TV first aid package with power cord, the remote control with the batteries, and a quick setup guide for those who can't read. The AU80 has a cool new design with even more stylish bezels. That's thanks mostly to a new 3-side bezel-less design and thin back, so it should look modern and sleek on any walls and shelves. Dimension-wise, the AU80 is available in many sizes from 43 to 85 inches. Those using the stand will appreciate its minimalistic plug-and-stay design. It has these new brackets instead of using screws, so you just slide in and you're ready. TV looks and feels well made despite the stand not using any screws. At its thickest, the AU80 sits at around 1 inch, which is quite slim in comparison with some direct LED TVs, so it's gonna fit quite good on your wall. Around the back, there are two USB 3 HDMI 2.0, Ethernet and optical port. I like the built-in cable management on the back. It would be cool if one of those lines continue in those stylish legs. If you plan to mount a TV on the wall, you will need a Samsung wall mount kit, because screws are different. Luckily, you will only need to hide the power cord, because this TV has Wi-Fi and Bluetooth wireless connection. In recent years, the remote did not change a lot. It is still comfy and easy to navigate. The build quality feels like premium plastic with some metallic accents. The top half has volume, channel, menu control buttons and a lot of shortcuts to video stream apps. There is also a dedicated voice button if you want to use voice search. The bottom part is unused, and there is no channel numbers for DVB tuner. I wonder why Samsung thinks number buttons are not necessary anymore.
The control ship has been destroyed.
It's true that some users don't care about them anymore, but while others will need to press multiple times to access the channel, I think we could have the best from both worlds if user could change the role of number buttons. You could assign them to your favorite apps or use them for channels. So the 1, 2, 3 button could toggle between app and channel mode. But until then, you will need to use voice control and on-screen keyboard. Luckily, you can still buy a classic Samsung remote. Now we're gonna plug it in. I'm gonna show you the best things that Tizen can do. One of the best things about setup is the fact that it's much faster than on average initial TV setups. Thanks to its background source scan, once it's set up complete, you just press the home button on the remote and here is your home screen. You can see Samsung updated Tizen 6 system and it features some minor changes, such as different colors and content highlights as we hover over home icons. It does allow the plenty of smart features, including art mode, wireless screen, and quick control through Samsung SmartThings app. The Tizen has a fast search feature, IPTV, and most of the best smart TV apps. You will find anything from YouTube, web browser to Netflix. Sadly, the Tizen collection of apps is still limited in comparison with Android, Google TV, especially if you want games. If you don't like the price of streaming apps, you can still use good old USB player app or watching movies.
Here we go. Now look at you.
Though there is only support for the latest X264 and 265 codecs.
I want to tear you apart.
Once upon a time, there were HV and XV, but not anymore. Otherwise, the Tizen USB player is one of the fastest and offers support for subtitles and has a lot of customization options. The AU80 has the fast DVB tuner, so browsing channel is really quick and upscaling works great.
Dig deep, and this journey is going to be all about that, okay? It's going to be a tough one.
Inside the channel setting, you will find an updated favorite menu to more easily organize channels. Program Guide remembers your content choices and recommends programs that it predicts you like. When it comes to picture performance, the AU80 uses an edge-LED backlight with semi-gloss VA panel, so you can expect excellent contrast and an impressive black uniformity in dimly lit room. I like the motion on Samsung TVs, and you can select these various options which will reduce motion blur. The 4K picture quality is excellent and the HD channel showed well when upscaling standard definition, whether for tuner or web. Despite the screen has only 50 to 60 Hz in the specs, here motion processing helps a lot, thanks to the Samsung advanced Crystal processor, which can improve picture quality to almost look like it's 240 Hz. Of course, if you enable the game mode, the screen refresh rate can go higher than 120. So we're talking about 4K 60 and 4K 120. This is mostly achievable with help of Samsung's Motion Accelerator Turbo, which can achieve 4K 120. In general, it has very good support for gaming, with input lag below 15 milliseconds.
Great work. I knew you wouldn't let us down.
If you want to get best of 4K, Netflix and YouTube works great and without any problems.
You must look like tiny ants.
What's your name, bud?
When watching HDR content, brightness level can go up to 400 nits, which is 25% more in comparison with 300 nits budget 4K TVs. So it has more than enough brightness for dimly lit rooms. But if you have a lot of sun in the room and you want the best HDR, then you can check out more expensive Samsung QLED series, which can go higher than 600 nits. The AU80 offers quite few distinct picture modes, including dynamic, standard, natural, and movie profiles. Out of the box, color accuracy is good, so if you want the best profile for sunny room, then you only need to choose dynamic or natural picture profile. If you select the movie, you can see that the picture has darkened slightly, and this is the best quick profile for dimly lit room, especially if you want realistic calibrated colors, so there is almost no need for picture calibration outside the factory unless you want to be Bruce Wayne. Then you can still change these advanced settings.
Identity confirmed.
Give me some news. The Tizen has standard built-in web browser which works quick, and it has a responsive on-screen keyboard with smart letter suggestions. It is useful for quick browsing, but for anything else I would still recommend screen mirroring from your phone. In terms of sound quality, Because it's meant to be on the wall, the AU80 has very thin sides, so there is not much space for an impressive bass. The built-in speakers sound loud and actually more clear, so you should expect to get better stereo effect than on an average mid-range TVs. The 20 watts drivers do a good job of defining the Dolby digital sound out of the sides of viewing location. So, its stereo sound is actually good and commendable with focus on mid-range frequencies. So I could say it's better than last year's TU series. Of course, if we compare bass, it's actually a little weaker, but anyway, if you want the best bass, it's still best to connect the soundbar. The Samsung AU8000 series have made marked improvements in terms of design, so if you're looking for TV that's stylish and easy to use, the new bezel-less design, faster picture processor are one of big highlights. It is enjoyable TV for watching movies in dark room thanks to its excellent VA screen, so the levels of contrast are the best in this class. And there is more than enough here to give you the taste of 4K. But on the other side, it's lacking the brightness to be one of kings of HDR. Of course, as I mentioned before, it could have more apps and games, but if you want fast and responsive TV with low input lag, then it still has the advantage in comparison with Google TVs. And with that in mind, Samsung AU8000 is easily one of better options if you want a good 4K smart TV for an affordable price. Thanks for watching, guys. I will spending probably the next couple of weeks of testing this TV, so if you have any questions, feel free to leave comment below.